All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Auto Club for the second race of the season. I'm your host, Kamen. Today I am joined by my friend Dark. Dark, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
It looks to be a pretty mild day here in California for the race. Taylor in the 19 car starting on pole. Oh, as Windows is mad at me for whatever reason.
Windows is always
Okay.
mad at something.
Yeah, that's always looking for something to complain about. But as we've been sitting here through happy hour, just watching the cars go around, tell me, what do you think this race is gonna bring for us here today?
Well, it is a very high speed track, and we've seen that already in qualifying, but it is also pretty flat, maybe a little bit of pack at first, but I think it'll start to spread out a little bit, especially during pit stops, like we saw during Daytona.
Yeah, most definitely. Though I'd imagine the field's gonna be a bit more bunched up, at least racing wise, than compared to what we saw in Daytona. Weirdly enough, as we'll skip over towards the race here, looking at the weather. 75 degrees here on this sunny California day. Mild northeast wind. Shouldn't be too strong. Shouldn't give the drivers any issues at all. As we look here through the field, of course, Taylor starting on pole position, finished, I think, 11th or 12th last week at Daytona, or last race at Daytona. So he's going to be looking to get a strong performance here after a disappointing start to his season. Of course, could be worse. Uh, right behind him, Thompson, who we thought was going to have a bad Daytona race, but through the last two pit cycles really improved their position, unlike the 26, who kind of hurt their chances there at the end. Wiley starting in third, Lambert in the 7 car lining up alongside him. Behind them, we've got C. Bond in the 28, Nathaniel Boyd in the 14. Then we've got Witt in the 37 and Koch in the 27. Two 7 cars right there for you. Then we've got O'Neill and Cleveland lining up behind them. Those are two drivers to keep an eye on. They're both expected to be fast around here. Jay Stevens in the 51 car and L. Clayton in the 9 lining up behind them. Then we have Finley and Patterson. Patterson, our Daytona 500 winner. Not the greatest of qualifying performances hit from him here, but hopefully he'll be looking to move up through the field as the race goes on. Behind them is Compton and Holt. Cross and Sellers behind them. Then you have McRae and Farley, two Bead Motorsports cars lining up next to each other. They've got Floyd and Clark, two front runners at the 500, two rookies as well. That was something that kind of surprised us all during the 500, as a lot of the rookies were up front. They've got some more rookies in Rowe and Crawford lining up behind Floyd and Clark, and then you've got rounding out the field Allen and Horn. Not great performances from them through qualifying. They'll be looking to improve on their bid throughout the race.
They have plenty of time, but it's a matter of can they just make their way up through the field in this 50 lap race?
Yeah, they've got plenty of time to do it, so we'll have to just wait and see how they all perform. Of course, everybody's also going to have to keep in mind if there was going to be any engine failures. We didn't see any mechanical problems creep up during the 500 itself, though we did see some in the clash. I do believe it was the 10 of Farley that had a piston failure uh, go out and ruin his clash. Could be mistaken, though.
Mhm. And with the high speeds, I think we may see an increased chance for engine for failures here, but we'll we won't know until we see it.
Indeed, indeed. Just give me one moment. I'm going to see if I can get some chords strung out here.
Who do you think is your pick to win the race, Yummy?
My pick, well, to be honest with you, it's probably going to be one of the two front runners right here, Taylor or Thompson. I mean, they're both fast drivers. It's just a matter of who can get the better start when the field goes green. You also got to worry about pit stops, but I think both these teams have been pretty good with their stops throughout the preseason and, of course, through the 500 as well.
Good choices.
What's your favorite pick?
Uh, if I would probably pick one of my drivers, but I don't want to really be biased here. But I think maybe Don Cleveland has a chance here. He's shown a lot of speed through the preseason, although he has struggled a little bit occasionally. But I feel like maybe he could do it.
Yeah, the big thing with Cleveland, though, that we've seen through preseason is just that pit crew. I mean, you know, they're all, we say they're all the same, but you look at Cleveland and you start to wonder if something didn't go wrong there. But
Yeah, because even if you make them equal in NR, that doesn't mean they will be.
yeah, you've still got that little bit of variation, and
Driver,
unfortunately, Cleveland doesn't
start
roll well
your
with it
engine.
as the field gets ready to go green here.
Yep, that was the command. And there they go.
And of course, we'll just cycle through the field here, looking through all the cars that have lined up. Kind of get yourself a visual representation of who's who and who's where. I'd say that camera angle switches over.
I didn't see very many cautions at Daytona. How many do you think we'll see here today on the other side of the country?
Well, you say not very many, as if we saw any at all. But I'd expect it to stay relatively low, maybe one or two at the most. But if we're gonna see some caution come out, it's gonna be early on when the field's all still bunched up together.
Hmm. Yeah, probably.
As the pace car pulls in for Taylor in the 19 Chevy car, D. Taylor is going to take the field to green for the second race of the season at Auto Club.
We're already fanning out before we even reach turn one. I see three wide, about to
Three
be four
wide,
back there.
four, yeah. Field
Here comes.
exits too. Everybody kept it together for at least that corner.
Yeah, looks like they've calmed down a little bit for now, but
Yeah, Taylor with a good start. Thompson kind of getting flushed out there on the outside. Wiley and Bond, two Andretti Autosport cars moving up in the field.
yeah, looks like that top lane's really struggling to keep up with the bottom, like we saw at Daytona a little bit.
Yeah, as everybody's still going to be warming up their tires as they're going three wide, four wide there for a moment.
Yep.
Got to be careful on the exit of that corner not to get up into there. Oh, as we see cautions in the a big wreck in the back. Five in the wall, collecting Compton in the 99.
It goes to the grass.
Ooh, hard lick into the inside wall, and I'm sure that's going to bring out the caution. Yeah, there's the pace
There,
car.
I'm more worried about that hit to the outside wall. That looked hard.
Feels racing back across the line. But, like I said, there's going to be a caution, and it's going to be early on. Floyd crosses the line. We'll take a quick look back. We're right on board with him. Oh, not far back enough. Oh, may have involved somebody else. 4 wide here through out of turn 2. Oh, and the 71 just slides up into the 17 and
Yep. The
just
quarter panel.
tags the 5 and hard into that outside wall.
Nowhere for the 99 to go. Just
No.
wrong place, wrong time.
Compton getting caught up in something he wasn't going to be able to avoid. But interesting there. Not a lot of damage for the 71 or 17, I don't imagine.
Yeah,
But yeah,
low.
super hard
Everybody's
hit
coming down.
for the 99 and the 5 there. I mean, they're exiting, you know, those corners at 180, 170, 180. So can't imagine that felt very good.
No, it probably didn't.
Everybody's come down pit lane here pretty early on. Everybody's coming into pit stop, so they must be worried about fuel or tires or something. I mean, with these kind
Probably
of,
fuel.
yeah, maybe, but I see a lot of people changing out tires. I mean, Taylor's lost a lot of stops there, or a lot of positions there through pit stops. Thompson's also another one that loses out.
Hmm.
51 seems to have made up a good few spots there through pits. But something to keep in mind is, with these lower temps, a lot of people just assume that, oh, just if it's a lower track temperature, that means the tires, stay in the sweet spot for longer. But oftentimes, what can happen is these lower temperatures can cause a lot of graining on the tires, and that does about as much damage as a hot track will.
Yeah,
So
because if the track's too cold, you're just skidding all around because you can't get any grip.
yeah, but not sure what is going to exactly be in the minds of the pit strategists here today. So we can only guess. But yeah, Taylor with a forward stop. I don't even see him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
outside
there
the
he
top
is.
10.
No,
Uh,
he was just
Only
blending
lost a
in
few here.
behind. Yeah, thought he was further back than he was, but just my
We
eyes
saw,
deceiving me.
yeah, we saw how long it took them to fan out like that, and that was what the double file started. Expect to see that a bit more, because as everybody tries to get whatever they can on the restart.
Yeah. 71 though, I'm assuming they just took a little splash of fuel because they have gone from pretty much last place to up in the top 5. So that'll be interesting to
Yeah,
see. Hopefully they don't cause an issue up front as well.
yeah. I hope they don't hold up the field at all. But
And it looks like that 5 and 99 car got the repairs that they needed, or at least some of them. Still see a little bit damage on that 5 car and the 99.
yeah, probably. I don't know how severe the damage really was, but if you're on pit road for too long, you can go a lap down. This early in the race is not something you want to deal with.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, you can see Thompson really struggling with that start. Bad pit stop did not help whatsoever for him.
No, it did not.
Another driver that benefited from pit stops was O'Neal, up into 8th. Started out in the midfield, so he's made up quite a few positions there through pit stops in the first few laps of the race.
We are going around one more time.
It appears so. And imagine the pace car lights are going to turn off this time around. As it
There
fades
goes
out
out
of
of
view.
frame.
And they are off,
Yep,
so we'll be going green this time around.
yep. We have the 51 of Stevens and an Andretti sandwich.
Yep. All the Andretti Autosport cars are up in the top 6, it seems.
Great performance for they did pretty good at Daytona, but this has got to be a good confidence booster for the whole team.
Oh yeah, most definitely. First speedway race of the season. This is kind of where you're gonna get the real feel of where everybody's at in comparison to each other. Of course, time will change and momentum will swing, but early on in the season, it's going to be a good idea to to see what you can do and what your team can do.
Hmm.
The field drives by the skid marks for one last time under yellow.
Wonder if anybody's gonna get a good jump here. Could be anybody.
Yeah, and it's another thing that's going to keep in mind is it looked like most of the field has gotten new tires except the 71. So it's going to be interesting to see if the 71 can get a jump there. I mean, you got to remember that 71 did cause that caution, clipping the 17, getting into the 5 and the 99 as the pace car pulls in. Wiley in the 26 car will take the field to green here at Auto Club.
There they go.
Oh, thank you, pace car. As Stevens gets a good launch off the line as well as O'Neal. Stevens going to look to the inside of Wiley down into turn 1.
Already making moves. He's not quite clear yet, but he might off of 2.
And here comes Taylor looking down on the inside, looking to make it 3 wide. 3 wide into 3.
51 can't quite go down. Lots of block in time.
Nope, and Taylor's going to go from 4th up into 1st. Or almost 1st. He's going to be right there. Yeah, maybe next lap. Couldn't quite get there in time as the 27s as well is going to look to make a move here on the 51. Looking to get a spot back. Taylor's through and Stevens stuck on the high side.
And the 8 and the 29 have made their way up front too.
Yeah, Finley and O'Neal making up some good positions as Wiley continues to drop back. So Bond as well didn't have the greatest starts there as Finley looking to the inside of O'Neal. Here comes Bond as well. O'Neal's going to be just stuck up there on that high side.
This is exactly what Taylor wants to see in the rearview mirror, side by side.
They go the wrong way with cameras. Close racing here into 1 and 2. Finley right on the bumper of Koch.
Yep.
Coming out of 2, you can see in the back there, still kind of 3 wide in some spots. Everybody's fighting for position.
Trying to find where to go.
Yeah, as the front 5 kind of figure out where they want to sit, at least for now. As I think Finley's going to be looking to make a move onto Koch along the front stretch. There he goes. You can see Cleveland in the back as well making a move on row.
Just as I thought they settled in, they're still making moves.
Yep. Finley's through, and there goes Stevens. Andretti Autosport cars struggling there. Looked good on the restart, but just can't keep up.
Nope.
Thompson as well getting back up in there after a less than ideal first few laps and pit cycle.
Yeah, it seems like he's getting into a rhythm.
Something to keep an eye on. Finley seems to be catching the 19 of Taylor.
Here comes Cleveland with help from the 20.
Yeah, and here comes Thompson to make it 3 wide with O'Neal and Stevens. Here comes Cleveland as well, looking to make a move. He saw the gap open up, and he's going to take it.
Yep. Gotta take everything you can here.
Just following Thompson through. Stevens still just can't catch a break.
He's not getting down to the bottom. He keeps getting freight trained.
Yeah, and it's going to continue here as Rowe and McRae going to slide in under him. Take a look back up here as Finley still kind of slowly reeling in Taylor. About the same lap time last time around.
Yeah, it seems like the top half of the top 10 sorting themselves out, single file.
Yeah, McRae and Rowe still fighting it out for 9th and 10th. Been side by side for quite a few laps now as Rowe loses out and Cross looks to take advantage of it.
Yep.
Andretti Autosport cars looking to be working together to catch up to the leaders as Finley's made a move on to Taylor. Side by side into one.
New leader. But can he stay ahead to lead the lap?
So far, it's looking good. Another thing to keep in mind is Conch and Bond are also catching up with their battle.
Yeah, that battling is going to draw you closer to the guys behind.
And Taylor's sticking in there with Finley. Might be able to make a move here into one.
Yeah,
Looking to the inside. Here he comes.
yeah, the draft is pretty big here. If you can stay behind for long enough, build up a run, you can get past just like that. Even though it is pretty flat, the speeds are high.
Yeah, as they're side by side out of two and along the back stretch. Taylor's still got that inside, but Finley's making that outside lane work for him.
And this is perfect for those two Andretti cars behind.
Yeah, and here comes Thompson as well, catching up to them. Still side by side as Finley leads yet another lap. Taylor is not giving up.
No,
But
he's not. He's fighting.
it looks like that high line's starting to come into a lane of its own.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are choosing to migrate up there to get those runs off the corners. Thompson goes low into three.
Yeah, Thompson looking to get past Conch in the 27 car. As Bond has kind of broken away and is catching up to Finley in the 8 car. As McRae's looking to the inside of the 41.
That's very hard to keep your position here, it seems. There's always somebody lurking right behind you to steal it.
And here comes Cleveland to take advantage of Thompson's vulnerable position. As Finley and Taylor still scrapping it out from first. And here comes Bond to get into the fight.
Eight stuck on top. Can the 28 pass? Yes, he will. But
maybe
he's not quite there yet.
So here comes the 16 out around the outside.
Runs up the corner. Look at him.
Taylor kind of cements his lead here, at least for a moment. Bond looking to battle with McRae for third.
Yeah, you really don't want to get caught up in a fur ball. That's what makes you especially vulnerable here. Somebody can fly right by you while you're battling.
Yeah, definitely. Thompson's just waiting for his moment. Cleveland right behind him.
The 16 might get a run here. No, doesn't look like it.
Yeah, not a big enough run. Taylor and Finley still 1 and 2.
Yep, it seems like the lap times are starting to fall off. Everybody seems to be about 8 tenths behind their best lap.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like tires are going to be too bad of a condition here. Looks like the graining won't be too bad as the track is kind of rubbered in as Cross looking to the inside of Cleveland, but there's just no room.
Yeah, some of these battles are getting pretty tight, but we're also seeing a little bit of a spread, but not really any spacing out. Everybody's still on top of each other.
Yeah, as we get further into the stint, everybody's going to start calming down a little. All that fresh rubber that they had to use up, well, it's all been used up already.
If somebody saved their stuff, they can make their way up forward a good bit.
Is Thompson kind of looking to the inside of Bond, but there's just not enough room and he's not close enough to make it work. We've got pit stops. Everybody's coming in.
Nope, I saw a few people stay out. The 9, the
9, the 10, the 5.
The 5.
You see everybody in pit lane.
Yep. Who's going to come out first? This is really going to put a lot of pressure on the pit crew. First green flag stops of the day.
Yeah, make it or break it here. Especially with how tight the field's been so far.
Yeah, this is everything.
Just Keeping an eye on pit lanes. You see the people in the back are already starting to peel out. I believe that's Finley there.
Ooh, Taylor's out. Keeps his lead.
Yeah, oh, maybe not, as Finley and Bond got a better launch out the pits. Oh, and Taylor's in the
Ooh,
grass.
something
It's not
about
what
that
you want to.
first pit box.
Yeah, oh, and Thompson as well having a horrid exit out of the pit lane. Lose a bunch
Not
of positions through there.
not what they wanted to see.
No, but great news for Finley and Bond. As Taylor, the dominant car of the day, has had a miff up out of pits.
Yep. Hate to see it. Now let's watch him get these tires warmed up.
Yeah, Rowan Cross as well had a great stop. It's going to put them in the mix.
Jumped several positions.
They go side by side entering
Ooh,
one and
there's a
twos.
5.
Yep. There was those bidders that didn't come in through
And
the
9.
main cycle.
Yeah, that seems like the overcut wasn't the move today.
Rarely is. As Rowe
Bumper.
getting right up to Taylor. It's gonna move him out of the way. Taylor from bad to worse. Take a look up here. Bond's catching up to Finley. As Rowe gets past Taylor.
8 to 28 have checked out.
Yep. The 19 struggling to try to keep their position, trying to look pour it back from the 20.
The 41s stopped the bleeding. They've made up positions.
Yeah, Thompson's made up quite a bit of ground, it seems. Trying to keep an eye on those two leaders.
If they stay
No,
tandem like that, like
but it doesn't
well,
look like they will.
they're fighting for it.
Bond looks to the inside of Finley into 1 and 2. And just gonna make the pass. See if Finley can get a run on that outside. Looks like he got a little bit of a run, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough into 3 and 4. Bond kind of washes up a little high on the entry, kind of pushes Finley out of the way.
Yeah, 8 was on the top end of that groove right there, not all the way in the rubber.
And Bond is your new race leader. So take a look back here. Taylor back in front of the 20. It's Thompson as well making his way through this little gaggle of cars. It's Allen, the
Defending
97, diving it in there. Almost
just a bit
got
too
into the
late there.
41. It's not going to help anybody.
No, it's
Finley's
not.
going to look down to the inside of Bond in the 3 and 4. Diving it in there. Not close
Eight's still
enough,
clear.
though.
28 though looked like he hesitated a bit.
Yeah, as Finley still looking around the 28 car. Side by side into 1. Finley's got the edge, but
Yeah,
can Bond get that exit run?
all this fighting is gonna. Yeah, there's Del Taylor there in the top right of your picture. All this fighting is gonna draw the pack back to him.
Yeah, and Bond's going to lose out on first as Taylor's, I think, made about 3/10 up on that last lap, and Thompson's catching up as well.
Yeah, but oh, it looks like Taylor's gonna. Not Taylor. Thompson's gonna fight for it.
Yeah, Thompson making up yet another position, making it look easy there on Taylor.
Yeah, I guess 19 was caught sleeping.
As Thompson clears 19 car. The leaders have stopped fighting for now.
They've realized that they need to stay in line.
Now take a look. Sellers, Boyd, and Cleveland rounding out. The rest of the top runners. Spawn looking to the inside of Finley into 1 and 2. He isn't quite there. Didn't commit to it. Taylor's right on the back of Thompson.
Yeah, it seems like if you can pull away from a battle, you're set. But catching is an entirely different thing than just pulling away.
As these front four kind of calm down a little bit, everybody in the top 10 really.
Hmm. Seems like everybody's had their fun. They've picked partners and trying to move their way forward.
Yep. Appears to be as they're 3 wide back here, fighting for 10.
With
Just for a moment
27,
there.
yeah, 27 diving low with the 9 behind, trying to get a run down the backstretch. But the 9's going for a move. Gonna make a 3 wide again into 3.
Ooh. 27 there looked a little bit squirrely. Wasn't sure where they wanted to go.
It looks like they wanted to come down the block, but somebody was already there.
So we take a look back up front. Thompson's caught up to the 2 leaders. Looking down the inside of Bond. It isn't close enough though to make it work.
Yeah, and Taylor isn't that far behind either, and neither is that 97.
Yeah, as we're about 10 laps into this stint now.
You
See,
guys, I think, need one more stop to make it to the end.
yeah, I believe so.
We'll see who gets hit with the curse of the grass.
Yeah, but I don't think the curse affected Thompson too much as he's making a move for second.
Yeah, he's
Diving it in on
recovered pretty
Bond.
well. Maybe he doesn't believe in curses.
Maybe not. Side by side into 3 and 4. Thompson's just going to clear his way through. Taylor as well is going to look to take advantage of Bond being pushed around. The good news for
All
Finley,
this,
he's going to have some breathing room.
yeah, but probably not for long if the 41 managed to get clear.
Taylor struggling to get past Bond in that 28 car.
Seems like maybe he's used up all the good in his tires.
Maybe not as Bond
97.
makes a mistake. '97's
There's
going to look to
90.
take advantage of it.
Yeah, his 97's. Haven't really seen him all day, but here he is charging his way into the top 5.
Yeah, Thompson thinking about making a move, isn't close enough yet. Here comes Allen.
I don't know what he did to save his tires, but it's clearly worked as 41 goes for the lead on the 8.
Oh, and here
Takes the
comes
19
Taylor
with
as
him.
well.
Almost 3 wide.
Yeah, if Taylor was just a little bit closer, it would have been. As we have a new race leader here in the 41 car.
Looks like 97's dragged his teammate up with him. That 16's up there too.
Yeah, because they're 3 wide for third. Gotta be careful going 3 wide here, especially this late into the stint. One bad move and everybody's going up in the wall.
Yeah, and pit stops could happen in any lap now. Yeah, it's about that time.
As Thompson seems to have kept his gap from Taylor, it seems. Spawn now looks to retake his position in third.
Yep, side by side. And almost clear, but the 97 will probably get a run off a 2 on the high side. No, doesn't look like it. There's the 28 that pulls ahead.
Just trying to clear him. Finally gets through. Here comes the 16 of McRae. But Bentley, it seems, has used up a lot of tires as I think we've got our first pit stops. I think the 20 just came in. I think it go the wrong way through cameras. Yeah, the 20 has come in through
Yep.
pits. Our first pit stops, that's going to be something to keep in mind. Will that undercut work?
I mean, maybe the tires do seem to be a pretty big factor here, but it takes a bit to get up to your best lap time as the tires warm up. So we'll see. Seems like
As
everybody
this,
else gets ready to come down.
yeah, sounds like it.
Here they come.
Yep. Good news for Finley is I think they used up quite a bit of their rubber there on that stint trying to keep their lead.
Yep, seems like everybody else chose to come in.
Yep.
I think maybe the lead pack were some of the last to come in.
Yeah, it looks like it. It'll be interesting to see how that works out once pit cycles are complete. So we'll keep an eye here on pits, on the leaders.
Yep. See McRae back there.
Yeah.
Bond's out. Thompson.
Taylor. Not a great stop for Taylor.
No.
As Thompson
Thompson
again
grass.
struggling with the grass. What is up with
28
Thompson in the grass?
I don't know. Guess he wants to touch it.
There goes the 20 car. Gonna have a strong lead over the field.
Yeah, but the guys behind him have fresh tires, not by much, but it might be enough to matter. And they're also gonna form a pack, and they're gonna catch him if he's just all by himself.
And there's two Beat Motorsports cars right next to each other. Question is are they going to work with each other to get through?
You would hope so, but this late in the race, sometimes it's every man for himself.
Yeah, Taylor all the way back with the 14, Boyd, and Cross, and Cleveland. Not what Taylor wanted to see after starting the race on pole position.
Not at all. As the 14 looked for a move, but the 19 said no, not right now.
Yeah, but I don't think Boyd's going to listen much, looking to the inside still.
19 covers him off, though.
As he's got to get those tires up in operating temperature. As it's like the two Beat Motorsports cars have caught up to the 41. You just see there how much of a gap that 20 car has.
They have that pack of 4 there. It should catch soon that 20 if they don't go for a move like that.
Yeah, as McRae looking for a move on the 41, but just doesn't have the speed to get it done through 3 and 4.
And Bond pulls several car lengths on them just from that.
Yeah, now is definitely not the time for aggression like that.
But this is a pretty good scenario for the 20. If they keep fighting back there for second, third, fourth, fifth, he can just cruise away.
Yeah, I mean, especially there's only 12 laps left to go. So there's not too much time for them to catch up to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty close. Because he could hold on if they keep battling, but they might get their act together soon enough with 11 laps to go here. This may have been a genius play from the 20 team, but we'll see.
That we will. Taking a look at times, yeah. Bond is running about 5/10 faster than Rowe is, at least through that last lap.
And that's the power of the draft and help.
Thompson is well running really quick there, almost matching his best lap time.
Yeah, just 300ths behind his best time.
Thompson.
Pressure's got to be getting that 20.
Yeah. Thompson may be looking for a move on Bond, but thinks better of it along the backstretch. The 16 there obviously didn't get the memo. Still trying to make a move on the 41.
You lose so much time going for a move that doesn't work out. Even if you just take a peek and the guy goes high, like the both of you lose time.
Yeah, just looking at those lap times again. I mean, you can just see the difference, about 6/10 there.
Almost there, yeah. You're getting closer lap by lap. They're going to have the draft from the 20 car now, so they're going to get even closer, even faster.
Yeah, 16 again, looking to make a move onto Thompson. I mean, time after time, and when will he learn? I mean,
I
these
don't
moves
think
just
he
aren't
will.
working.
He's got to be getting desperate and seeing the laps tick down. He sees he could go for second right now, maybe first, because this group has caught the 20 almost.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically there. You know, give it another lap, and they'll be passing him.
They've got a huge gap on the rest of the field behind too. They've got all the room in the world.
Yeah, the winner's going to be between these 5 drivers. No doubt about that.
Yeah, 20 could still hang on here, but you know it's looking pretty likely that
Yeah,
yeah,
as
they're
there
here.
goes Bond down the inside, I'm sure Thompson and McRae will follow through. McRae is just going to take the inside away from the 41. The 41's going to get caught up there behind the 20 car.
Yeah, the teammates aren't really helping each other anymore. They're running their own race.
Yeah, as Bond takes the lead of the race, and McRae finally getting past the 41. The 41 still stuck behind that 20 car.
Yeah. Well, the teammates are together again. Maybe this time there will be some help.
Maybe as we get down to 6 laps left in this race. Two Bead Motorsports cars finally just clearing the 20 there.
Still do think that was a good play by the 20. Even if it isn't a win, this is still a guaranteed top 5 as long as nothing extreme happens.
Yeah, definitely still a good points day for him. For the rookie there. Missed out on a potential win at Daytona. It's part of that 4 car group that kind of just stole the show there at the end there. It's Thompson trying to find a way past Allen, but just can't find any space to do it.
Yeah, Allen just keeps holding up Thompson there. That's got to be so frustrating for the 41 watching those top 2 pull away and you're stuck battling this 97.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to make a move down the inside, but decides not to. As he kind of just
They're looking
pushes the
for a move
97
finally.
out of the way.
Yeah,
As
said you know what, I'm going by anyway.
yep, it's McRae and Bond hold position. McRae slowly reeling in the 28, using that draft to his advantage. Fortunately for Thompson, the 97 got back in front of him. Don't think that he'll
Never
be
ends,
winning
does it?
this one. It's going to be between McRae and Bond.
Andretti versus Bede. Chevy versus Pontiac.
Yeah, as the laps wind down. Coming up 3 to go now.
16 looks like he's biding his time.
As Allen and Rowe fighting for third. Thompson just sitting there behind him.
Looks like Thompson's given up. He knows that any more fighting is pointless. Just should settle in for a top 5.
Yeah, as Rowe continuing to fight with the 97 of Allen.
Yeah, the rookie just has a lot of fight in them.
Yeah, he got up here fair and square. He wants his time in the sun.
He
Thompson's
does.
gonna be sitting there right behind him as 2 to go now. Take a look back up front. Yeah, just status quo. Bond
Yeah.
holding on to his lead. As Rowe and Thompson
Uh,
get past Allen in the 97 car finally.
Wonder if that 20 is going to get a talking to by the 41.
Maybe time will tell. Will Thompson make any moves of his own? Doesn't look like it. Holds on for another lap.
Ooh, nope. Covered off.
It's back up front. Oh, the 99 coming into pits.
Couldn't make it.
Guess not. That or some sort of mechanical failure for the 99 as Bond takes the white flag. McRae right behind him. Looking back over here. Still a huge
Nope.
fight for third.
Yeah, that's what fighting gets you. It just gets you slowed down as, you know, guys ahead of you just walk off into the sunset.
Yes, McRae's getting right onto Bond there out of
Not
4.
over yet.
But doesn't have the run. The run. Bond will take the checkered flag here at Auto Club for race 2 of MSL.
What a finish.
Rowe locks up the third position after fighting with Thompson and Allen for probably what was the whole 15 laps there.
Sure
It
felt
felt
like it.
like it. But good day for the Andretti Autosport car of the 28. Greg Bond had a good finish last time out at Daytona, and then the win here is gonna be good for the points situation for the 28 to start the season. Cleveland and Taylor 6th and 7th. Cross and Finley dropped all the way down to 9th. Take a look at O'Neill, see where he ended up. He was up front really early on. Ooh,
22nd.
that 29 team needs to work on their pit strategy a little bit.
Yeah, lap down at Daytona. Back half of the field at Auto Club. They've got some work to do.
Yeah, not how you wanted to start the season. But good day for the 28 car again, who wins the first non-super speedway race of the season. It's going to get some good points out of it. And Compton, yeah, just something went wrong there at the end. I'm assuming it's related to the damage that I had taken early on in that first wreck.
Yep. That was an exciting race.
Oh yeah, action till the end, but that'll wrap it
Not a
up
moment.
for yeah.
And
But
not a moment to rest.
nope. But that'll wrap it up for Auto Club Race 2 out of 22. Next up on the schedule is Richmond, our first short track of the season. Then it's back out for another speedway track. I do believe it's Pocono. I look at the schedule, but every way I have of looking at it right now is out of option or out of order. But thank you everybody for tuning in and watching, and we'll hope to see you next time.